Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy D. This is D's Daily DD. First off, I'm gonna start off by saying I am not a financial advisor. This is never financial advice, so don't take it as that. Take it for educational and entertainment purposes only, right? So let's get started today. I don't know about y'all, but these long weekends, they seem to go on forever. Ever since I became a trader, right? Now I like the weekdays better for some reason. So anyways, I hope y'all relax, hope y'all chill, hope y'all, kick back, gain back some of that energy, some of that momentum, as we, ride through this week and figure out what the heck is going on in the stock market. And yeah, we're just going to talk about a couple things. We did talk about how sometimes, we get things right, sometimes we get things wrong. And I'm going to explain to you what's going on, I think, with the call options in AMC, right? Why we're seeing this crazy volume, how we're seeing, the different ways that CEOs are handling these situations. Like I'm going to talk about it, continue to talk about, right? What I've talked about in the past couple of videos, which is Wes Christian and the CEO of GNS. I think his name is James. We'll go over that information right now. And then you have like CEO Adam, the way he's been handling his way of handling, things in AMC and with us and the shorts and the apes and the investors, right? The retail investors. But two very different perspectives and mindsets and the way they're going about it, like completely opposite. And yeah, so, crazy volume right now as I'm looking into AMC and a couple other stocks, BBBY, BBIG. So AMC is currently up 16.5% at the time of this recording. It started off around 520 in the morning, the price, and it's at 590 right now, right now. Before we still got about 40 minutes of trading time, and the peak was $6.13 when we got that crazy volume candle. And I'm gonna show you just how much volume came through there right now. And you have ape 2, it's up 12.69% currently. Market's still open, remember though, so that started off this morning at around $1.53, went all the way to $1.77. It's at about $1.70 right now. GameStop 2 following up 5.69%, and BBBY kind of chilled a little bit. It's up 11% for the day, but lots of volume still, 140 million volume on eighth, right? I went over the outstanding shares. Looks like it has around 117 million shares outstanding around there, and they're trading the float every day. That's what the volume is kind of representing, right? It's the buys and sells for the day. But anyways, let's jump into the desktop information that I want to get into. So let's switch up the screen height. So as we go over here, big thank you to Roger James Hamilton. That's the CEO of GNS. And then you also have Wes Christian, the lawyer that he's teaming up with, and he's fighting back against the shorts, which I think is awesome because he thinks and he sees, things that are going on with his stock and he's standing up. So that's what's up, And he just, put out this first part one, I would say, the interview with Wes Christian on what's coming and what they plan to do, and just kind of like a summary. But now they're going to release some more information. And not only that, but, Roger James Hamilton, he's also going to talk with Charles Payne. And how many times have we said, why hasn't Adam Aaron or Gary Gensler, why don't they go talk to Charles Payne, right? They always, they don't seem to accept the offers. But remember, this was the interview, so now they're actually gonna put out another one. So he's saying, join Wes Christian and me live Wednesday, January 18 at 9:30 Pacific time, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And here's the link. And they're going to, hear the actions that they're taking and the CEOs are taking against naked short sellers and the mother lode of naked shorts being exposed. That is awesome, right? Now, and you see all these highly shorted stocks that have been running the past few days or past week at least. All right, let's switch up. Okay, this is what's cool. I'm gonna break this information down real quick to y'all, but remember in the title of the last video on Friday, I said there was 50,000 calls that landed in the money. Well, now again, right now, as of today, potentially there could be another 59,000, but that's chump change. That's small, right? Well, I'm gonna show you right here. So still 0 shares to short. It's been like that. And now they updated this. These are the shares that are in these ETFs. I was wondering what ETFs. I knew there was shares of AMC in the meme ETF, but I didn't know there was some in the SoFi one. So that's how many shares supposedly are in there. And this is what I'm going to point out. See, in the morning you start out with like lower volume, 2 million. And then look how, I think this is proof that it's controlled, right? Then as soon as they bring in the volume at 13 million volume in 1 hour, this is per hour, right? Or actually every 30 minutes. So you go from 1.8 million volume to 13 million volume. That's that's not normal. That could have been a really small hedge fund, right? Closing out or something, you know, closing out some shorts. But yeah, that was some heavy volume there. And then what I want to point out, right, the fee still crazy. In the morning it was at 120%. Right now there's no shares, so it's not showing the percent, but it's hanging around 100 to 120%. And then, okay, this is the part we got right. This is what I'm looking for. So this is why I'm staying, pretty positive right now. I'm liking what I'm seeing is that I wanted to see these options that were out of the money start to go in the money. So right now with 78,000 contracts that are potentially going to be in the money, they have to land, in that dollar amount by Friday, right? They expire this Friday. And then we want to try to get these out of the money, which are the puts that are betting that the price action is going to go down, because this is what can cause a gamma ramp. Okay, not a grandma ramp, a gamma ramp. So that's what can lead it into a short squeeze, or a huge price run, even going into next week, as soon as next week. Okay, because the reason I think today we had that huge 13 million volume, as well as maybe the market makers, right? When those 50,000 contracts landed in the money last week, now we saw that they had to hedge and buy those shares up in order to protect themselves. But it is hanging around $6. We're meeting resistance right now with AMC right there. But yeah, that was what I wanted to say was the volume, and that's what we need to continue to see this coming week, the next few days, because this is the big money. Like where's Wall Street bets right now when we can look at the open interest for this week, right? Open interest, and look at all these contracts that are open right now. Every level, the strikes 9, 10, at 15, there's 50,000. If we were able to get continuation of volume, just the price rising, and all these start to go in the money, theoretically, that would cause a gamma squeeze that could lead into a short squeeze, right? Because there's big money here on the line, and the strike for some reason this week goes all the way to $145 strike with 103,000 contracts that are open right now as we record the video. But yeah, see, when we jumped up today, we started off around this area, right? So these went in the money. That's a good chunk, and we're trying to see if these can go in the money today. 18,000 more contracts there. I think that's why we're having that heavy resistance right there. So cost to borrow fee still up there, 105%. And like I said, what I want to see is the price continue to rise. And when this cost to borrow fee starts to come down and these lines cross, I think that's where you get the volatility, and we can see some bigger moves for AMC. But it is running hot, right? There's always potential for a pullback here. So I'm gonna jump into just the charts real quick. This is the AMC chart, and we got past this first CMA, and we got two more. So you could always expect to see resistance at these levels, right? So if it would come up and test this next one, it'd be around $6.70, and you would probably meet resistance, or you bust right through it, and we meet resistance here for sure. And you would get a flag, right? It would go sideways, and then it would decide if it needs to go up or down. The algorithm most likely. But you come back over here, and I put this little box here just because this would be the technical breakout zone that I pointed out. But the RSI is running really hot, so that's right now where I'm seeing that we would have to come up to maybe around here, the $6.77 range, and then cool off. That way the RSI can reset, and we can get the strength to burst through the heavy resistance that is up here at around $8.50, $9. Okay, so that's for AMC. Ape right now too, and we have the bullish signals, right? So you still have the super trend pointing green. Go back to Ape, same thing. We're in this, we got rejected once, so we would have to break out here, and if it breaks out, it could very well go to like $3, so 280. If this continuation of the green super trend continues, and you're seeing the volume, you're seeing everything we need in order to get in. I believe if AMC keeps going up, Ape's gonna follow it with it. right? Switching over to BBBY, this is kind of where I'm at, what I'm expecting with it. See, this is the example I mean. Like once the RSI gets hot and you meet the next resistance, you're gonna have to cool off. So I told you guys I wanted to see a bounce in here, and you know, by Thursday, Friday, I would expect to see a push through here, right? Or if it's gonna be bearish, well, it's gonna break down and go back down to this level around two something, 250. So just looking out for that, right? I want to see the breakout here by Friday is what I'm tracking right now, and the RSI wanted to reset, so that could very well give it the, you know, the strength to move on there. And then we see BBIG again breaking out 20% day, but everything's running hot, so you can always expect a pullback right after these big moves. So you broke the one resistance, tapped the next one. Now it's gonna most likely trade sideways until it decides if it's gonna go up or down. So that's that. Want to touch on that. Oh, and then the SPY, right? So the way to me, and this would be an indicator if you start to see this breakout and we start to see the SPY run up, then I would expect, you know, the meme stocks and everything else to continue tracking and pushing. This is what can give us, you know, more boost to get that going, and that would be very bad for the shorts for AMC, right? Because of the options chain. If this breaks out, then all those start to get in the money, and it could just add a lot of pressure because that's forced buying from the market makers, whoever sold those contracts. It's forced buying, guys. Okay, so that's why, you know, I'm feeling pretty good right now about it. And yeah, so GNS, the CEO, right? He's been talking about let's see, that's a 3 minute. Let's see if we can zoom out, because it's in an uptrend, and ever since he started speaking out, you know, you got these big moves up, and rightfully so. You know, he's speaking out and he's getting ready to go against the shorts. He's calling it a war on naked shorts. So that's what's good about it, right? We're starting to get more attention, more CEOs, and more light to the situation. And I do not have anything in GNS. You know, I just wanted to point out the chart. So that's the good news, guys. So just wanted to come back, give you a quick update. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. So hope to catch you in the next video.